Hey y'all, I'm Cindy. Welcome to Cindy Hearts Crochet Podcast, where we talk about crochet and crochet accessories. Today is Monday, November the 11th, 2024. Happy Veterans Day. I think Birmingham has one of the largest Veterans Day parades in the United States, but I have not been able to go see them in the past few years. But I know it always has been a big to-do here in Birmingham. Thank you to all have served, or are serving now, or may serve in the future, serving our country. Thank you for your service. It's about 4:45 in the afternoon here in Birmingham, Alabama. I am at lunch. Had to run get my dog some food, and this thing's going to be jumping around a bit. If it doesn't settle down, I will stop it and wait till I get in the parking lot. I did have a couple of things to show you, though. Haven't been on in a few days. Mama had her heart cath Friday, and they tried to go in through her wrist to do that because what they needed to do, her third bypass is becoming blocked. So, but she already has 2 stents in there now, so he didn't feel good about trying to stent a third one in there, or to stent the stents, which I have heard him do before in other areas. So he went in, and the way he described it was they had to go through her groin. They could not go through her wrist. So they went through her groin, and he had to use more contrast dye than he felt comfortable with, so she had to stay overnight, which we were expecting because she didn't go in till afternoon on Friday. Didn't get to go back into surgery until I think it was almost 3 o'clock, I think. But then it was 5:30 or 6. It took longer than I usually expect, so I started getting worried, and then here comes the doctor back in, talking to me and telling me all the stuff, and so he still didn't get to do as much as he wanted to. He said that she's just, I guess her arteries are becoming spaghetti or something. I don't know. But anyway, so he did do the wire thing to pull the stents out and do a balloon and straightened her up for now. So, in addition to drinking water, I'm going to have to get her off that couch. It's just diabetes mainly. It's not even so much eating bad, or that doesn't help, but it's diabetes worse than anything. Diabetes takes a big fat toll on your body. And so they're just going to do what they can for her as they can. And her arm is still broken, so they're having to be careful with that as well. But she's doing good for now. And I think she's talking about taking a trip here in the next few days. And maybe getting away from this area will help her out a lot too. Help her feel better, or not so stressed to have to do this, that, or the other. Which she, we don't make her do a whole lot, but I think she puts more of it on herself than anything. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome back to my returning subscribers. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. I just needed to go ahead and get this video in because look, it's, like I said, it's about 4:45 and it's almost dark. So, but I am just now going to lunch, so that's on me. Had to go get my dog some food, or I'd still be sitting in the parking lot. So anyway, I did have, let's see, I finished this week's towel cloth, my dishcloth, and of course I see where I have done it wrong after I get it put together, right? But it's okay. It's okay. Anyway, but I'll show you that on Wednesday. But the finished object I have to show you today is a hat that I made for someone. Someone asked me to make some hats for Christmas, and this one is supposed to be for a 10-year-old. And I just hope it fits, because I'm the worst about fitting people. But it is pretty. I like these colors. It's called Denim, let's see, Stormy Blues. And it is a red heart roll with it tweed. in Stormy Blues. I got it at Ollie's sometime or another. But there's the colors that's left. I don't know if you can see them too well or not, but those are blues mixed in with those grays. And then this is the finished hat. It had just now starting to get into some real pretty denim looking blues. I hadn't tied it off yet because, so down to here is the actual size of the hat, and I made this for a brim, or if they want to pull it down over their ears or their eyes or whatever they want to do, but they can flip it up if they want to too, and kind of help the warm your ears a little bit better. But I mean, the first time I made it, I followed the measurements in the hat charts for a 10-year-old, and that thing was too big for me even. So I ripped it back out. Well, I ripped it back to where the increases start. And I took one row of increases out. So that helped it to come down a bit, but I'm about to park, so I'll try to show you a little bit better. This car would get off my tail. Look at that car. I'm just trying to get out of here, get back in the parking lot. Can't stand some traffic. Had to go to Dollar General though and get dog some food and treats, and had to get me some more soup and mashed taters. And I got me some more SpaghettiOs. I usually go to Dollar Tree for that, but it's $1.25 there, but it was $1.50 at Dollar General. But by the time I would leave here, go there, and everything, it would cost me $1.50 anyway, right? So here's the hat, and I measured it like I said. I hadn't sewn it in because I just refinished it this morning. I ripped it back and redid it this morning. I like this pattern that I put in there. I did not follow a tutorial of any kind. Diana, you know, this is one of those that you were asking about. I just so hope it fits. I took it down to I was using a H hook, but then like I said, in the increases I took it down one row of increases, so I'm hoping that'll fit him. I love those colors. And then I made this where if it is too long, I'd rather make it too long and put a little bit of a brim on it, or he can wear it like a little slouchy-ish, because like I said, down to here is the size for a 10-year-old. Look at my pattern. I did that, and I may do a tutorial for it. I like it, and I did it myself. I designed it myself. So anyway, that's nice and warm, and that's pretty. Stormy Blues. And I took all my squares. I got all my squares finished except the half and half squares for the, look at them all squished in there. My white ones are down in there, but there's all the other, that's all the squares I have to sew in ends on. Yeah, we may have to do a live or something, a chitty chatty video, and weave in those ends. For the gingham pumpkin blanket by Maria's Blue Crayon, the girl hat that I needed to do, and that I did, and I ripped it out this morning too. The girl hat that will go with this boy hat was one of those ruffle hats that everybody wanted for a while. And then so I made it. I did it smaller. Well, I used that jelly bean. Was it jelly bean? No. Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but the color was grape. And so I held two together, and I used a eye hook. I was going to use less increase rows, and then and it started out small. The hat started out small, going by the guidelines. I think it's like the Crochet Guild. I think I used Crochet Guild's guidelines, and it ended up huge. By the time I finished it with all those ruffles and holding two together, that thing was it was going to fall off of my head. So I ripped that one back. I may go with a single strand and maybe a G hook or something, and just go that route. I wanted to kind of make it a little bit thicker, but those ruffles, that hat was so heavy with me holding two together. Even though I was using like a light number 3, it was still so heavy that I just didn't do it. I mean, I did it, but then I ripped it back because because I just put it like over my bun on my head, and it was too big on my head. So I don't know. Anyway, so that's about all we've been doing. I'm off tomorrow hoping to finish the Granny Cardi, because all I have to do, I have to seam it up, seam both sides up, go around it a couple of times with some, to make like, you know, some kind of, not really a collar, but just to finish it off all the way around. I think maybe 2 rows. I'm gonna wait and see how long that's gonna be. And then the armbands, and she wants all that in black, so I can just do black and not have to worry about the, you know, changing the colors out and everything. So that should move pretty quickly. I'm gonna bring those buttons and let her see them, or either send her a picture of them tonight and see what she thinks of them, because they're a little bit blingy, but she might like them. I don't know. If not, we can always cut them off, right? Cut them off and use them for, I don't know, bling on something else. So how's y'all's Monday going? I did take off the weekend, actually, because Mama didn't get out of the hospital till like, I want to say 3 o'clock Saturday. So by the time we got home, what did we do? I had to stop, get medicine? Oh, I can't remember. And we may have gone straight home, because that dog has needed food since Saturday. She wasn't totally out, but I try to start making my plan to go get dog food 2 days before she runs out. And I buy her this big 20-pound, whatever it is. But it just didn't happen. I was tired. And then yesterday, I just needed to stay home in case Mama needed me. I needed to be close by. And what else? I pretty much crocheted all day yesterday. What did I do? What did I do, though? I made hats and ripped them out. I did my dishcloth. I made the girl hat and then ripped it out. What else did I do? Surely it didn't take me all day just to do 2 hats. I think I fed my birds, watched my birds, drank some coffee. I don't know why it always looks like I got stuff on my face. I don't. Although I did eat a piece of pizza today, so it's probably going to kill me shortly. Oh, and I got sucked into a law and crime story. And it's pretty gruesome, actually. The family was from here in Birmingham originally, and they lived in Hoover, Alabama. And then they moved to, I think, Alpharetta, Georgia, or Canton, maybe. And they had been married like almost 40 years and all this stuff. And then the wife, like, or allegedly, I haven't seen anything yet that totally proved it, that she did it, but that's why I'm not in the legal field, because I'm like, girl, you probably should have killed his a long time ago. No, I'm kidding. I do not condone violence. I do not condone death. Oh. But anyway, it's called the, that woman done shot that man, or somebody has, and threw him in a fire pit. Not funny. I'm not meaning to laugh, but I'm like maniacally laughing, like, that's kind of crazy. But it's called the Burn Pile Murders or something like that, and it's on Law and Crime Network, and it's kind of crazy. But anyway, when I hear that they're from my hometown, home-ish, they're like south of Birmingham, and then and he worked for one of the largest law firms in Birmingham, and they moved to Atlanta for him to open a branch of that law firm in Atlanta. And I mean, it was just kind of crazy to hear them talk about some of the things here in Birmingham and when they lived here and where they went to school and all that stuff, and then to move over there and for it to be kind of crazy. But anyway, it's called the I think it's called the Burn Pile Murders. And if y'all like the law and crime kind of things, I watched it on Court TV, I do believe. But the only thing I don't like about those things, I wish they made playlists for these different things. That way you could go straight down them, but I have to search and search, because they had like 4 kids, and each one of those testified. And one of the kids is for the mama, the other 3 are not, but I guess he had a bunch of money, and you know, there's things that point to her, but then there's things that point to other people. So it's just crazy. I haven't heard closing arguments, or I really hadn't heard that much forensic and pictures. I mean, we've seen some pictures. There was one set of pictures that had the ribs in the fire. That was kind of crazy looking. But then when it started showing the other remains that were in the fire, you know, they blocked that out and everything. So it's pretty gruesome, but it's pretty interesting too. I mean, it's one of those things, it just sucks you in, and you don't quit until you finish watching it all. What else did I watch this weekend? Oh, I realized middle of last week sometime that there was a new season of Call the Midwife. So I had to binge watch all of that this weekend. And that other, I don't know if I ever said it out loud, but that other series that I was watching was called Sanctuary. And it's about different, it's kind of odd and different as well. But it started out on either Netflix or Amazon. And it was free and didn't have commercials. But then, like, the next 2 seasons went to one of those, I want to say Pluto TV maybe. It's still free, but you got a bunch of commercials. And that, you know, that's why I got rid of network TV. So, because I do not like commercials. But Sanctuary, it's a good one though. You know, it kind of sort of lost my interest somewhere in the 3rd season, but I kept watching because it was only 4 seasons. But the seasons are really long. But yeah, Call the Midwife. I swear I don't watch a single Call the Midwife that I don't cry. About one thing or another. So I guess I've blabbed on enough for today. I did eat that piece of pizza, so that's going to hurt here shortly. And what else we got? Oh, we got these things for cashier appreciation. And even the front end, you know, I'm on the service desk, so we got them too. But we got these little pouches. Friendliness equals smiles plus something equals money, I guess. Smiles plus accuracy equals money. But guess what I'm going to use it for? Just the right size. They gave us, well, we got a 5% discount on some gear. I need another shirt because I'm one short of having a whole week of uniform shirts, so I don't have to wear none of my own. But I mean, like Sunday, I try to wear a different one. They gave us some lip balm and some cute little mints or cyanide. We haven't determined yet who got which. And then some hand sanitizer. Cute stuff. But like I said, guess what I'm gonna put in it? Because you know what? I started working on something the other day, and I did not have an H hook in my pouch. So, and I haven't found one yet. So I've got hooks all over the house. I always stick whatever hook I'm working on. This is why I have so many. I always stick my hook that I'm working on a project in the top of the project. Like, well, that one's put away, but I'll just stab my hook down in the top of my project. And that way, I know there's all these other ways of working on things, but like, you know, my Susan Bates 4.5 is different, feels different, and works different than my Clover Moore 4.5s or 5.0s, whatever size, because I've been doing the dish cloths with the 4.5 Susan Bates because it's longer and because it was the only one I could find when I started them. But then I found my 4.5 Clover Soft Touch yesterday and worked the new one up with it, and as well as hats and stuff. So they're really good. I like them on splitty things like this right here. This, I mean, it wasn't too bad splitty, but the way it's wound can be splitty. And I've sat here and talked for like 20 minutes and hadn't said a whole lot of anything, have I? So anyway, I got crochet things though, at least I talked about, and all my squares. I do want to finish Vanessa's cardigan though before I finish working on that, but I'm going to try to work on some I need to rewire my lamp from my living room. The redbirds are mad because I haven't gotten them sunflower seeds. I just got them plain old bird food the other day, so now they're like on the ground trying to get stuff instead of up on my feeders. So, and I need to take in all my hummingbird feeders, wash them off and wash them out and get them ready for next year. So yeah, A lot to do tomorrow. No desire to do it. Except crochet. Sit with my dog. I need to take her to the park, get her some chicken fingers, and wash blankets, I guess. I need to go to the laundromat, wash blankets. So, yeah, we're at 20 minutes. Here I am saying nothing still. Glad y'all could join me today. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so if you enjoy the channel. And I had a couple of channels I wanted to shout out. I also have some Happy Mail I need to show you. And may do a tutorial for that pattern. It's not really anything special, but I do like it. It turned out pretty. So, yeah. I guess I'll talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow. If not, I'm trying to stay within my, still chatting with y'all every now and then. Hope I didn't run you too bored today. So happy Monday, happy Veterans Day. Hug a veteran for me. Tell them you love them. Thank them for your service, all that stuff. And if you're a veteran, there you go. Have another one. I'll be like Z. I'll like squeeze the poot out of you. Anyway. All right. See y'all tomorrow. I'm running late, but that's me, right? Once I sit down, it's really hard to get back up some days. I will see y'all tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you soon. Love y'all. Bye.